Ghost jobs are open positions at your company that don't actually exist, and I'm going to share 3 important reminders as to why they're so useful. Let's get started.
Hey guys, welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lumi, and today we're going to be looking at ghost jobs and why they are affecting the economy in a very negative way. Now, before we get started, I noticed a bunch of you aren't subscribed yet to the channel, so if you do find yourself coming back to my videos, please hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me.
Number 1 is optics. It looks very good to have open positions because it makes people think that the company is doing well, like things are growing. This looks good to the board, but also for future applicants. Number 2, it backfills your positions, which instills a level of fear in your current employees. It makes them feel like they're replaceable, but it also makes sure that you're prepared for when they inevitably quit or when you inevitably fire them. And most importantly, you can steal from your applicants. So give them assignments and ask them what they would do if they had the job. And then you take their information, take their lessons learned, and you use it for yourself, and don't ever give them any credit. How many ghost jobs should we have listed at any given time? As many as possible. No more questions. Back to work.
This is really how they think. Like, these businesses are terrible. I'm telling you, like, business in 2025, it's so cutthroat, it's so slimy and skeevy. Like it just feels like there's no real honor anymore. Like everyone's just trying to make a quick buck, or they're trying to figure out how to like one up each other, or there's no real like morals or ethics anymore. At least it doesn't feel that way. And they're like trying to optimize or maximize, I should say, what looks best for them, the optics, right? Like he said in the video, it looks good to have all these job openings, right? It looks like, oh, they're expanding, they're doing well. This company must be, they're hiring. They must be doing something right. They've got extra capital. They're willing to, create these positions and hire more people, and, they must be doing something right. But in reality, it's all just like an optics game. Oftentimes not doing very well, or they're fumbling around. Gosh, my last job, oh my God, it was so badly mismanaged. We were trying to roll out this product for years, right? And I'm not going to give any specifics, but let's just say that management, they did not know anything about what they were doing. They were kind of just like trying to copy what was what appeared to be happening on the surface from other companies that are sort of like them. They would try to like package it in this way, but it never got off the ground. It was so hollow and empty that I think the customers just saw right through it. And they were like, no, we're refusing to buy this from you. You guys aren't explaining to us why we should purchase this product. And no, like this is because, let me tell you, this is like business to business products. So there was never any like, I would say like consumer level stuff being bought and sold. When you're doing business with other businesses, you really have to know your stuff. You really have to put in the effort to make it seem like, there's a sense of urgency here. You got to be rock solid with like, oh, this is why you should buy my product, right? Like you can't just BS around it, because you get results like my last company did. And it was basically like, I think they sold the product one time, and it was like of course it was like a subscription based model, right? So the whole thing, it only really works if like a bunch of people purchase the subscription and keep it going, because it's not cheap to run, right? It was just a huge blunder. Management kept firing the people who were in charge of it, the sales team. Like they didn't know what was wrong, but it was like the foundation of it was just wrong, And it just goes to show that like a lot of these companies, a lot of these managers have absolutely no idea what they're doing, and they're just kind of bumbling and fumbling around. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's hilarious if like this whole thing kind of collapses. Like if the economy does actually implode, it's a horrible thing, and you should never wish for this, but I just think it will get rid of a lot of these horrible companies. It will cut a lot of the fat away from our economy that just doesn't need to be there. These people do not need to be in charge, and they do not need to be making critical decisions in our economy or in, the business sphere, because they're not good. They're bad for everyone. So, I think silver lining will be, we will see a lot of these terribly mismanaged and, awfully Like the companies that post ghost jobs, they should be gone, honestly. Like I think it's a horrible thing to practice. And if you practice it, you're not setting a good example. They should be gone.
Whoa, a job that was posted 2 seconds ago on LinkedIn. I'm gonna hit apply right now. This job is no longer accepting applications. Over 100 applicants. Oh, look at this job. This job is right up my alley and is entry level. Let's see. What's the description say? 10 to 15 years experience. Okay, it's fine. What about this job? Okay, it requires a bachelor's, which I have, and the pay is $18 an hour with no benefits. Okay, all right. This one says training will be provided. No experience necessary except for the 3 to 5 years of experience that you need. Okay, fuck it. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to start applying. We'll hit easy apply, and it wants me to re-enter all my resume information on their website. 8 rounds of interview. Cover letter. Email us why we should pick you, but we will not respond. Oh, I got an email back. We have reviewed your resume and decided not to move forward in the application process, but feel free to subscribe to our newsletter to hear about more job opportunities.
This guy is so real for this. I mean, this pretty much sums up the experience. Applying for a job in 2025, it's exactly like this. Basically, I don't know if you would consider this like a ghost job listing or what, but it's kind of like teetering on the edge of what I would consider a ghost job, because 9 times out of 10, like they're not gonna consider you. Or here's another thing, like a ghost job can be like intentional, like they know for a fact that like they're not gonna hire you, but they put the job opening out there. Or it could be something that's unintentional, where it's like, yes, it's a legitimate job opening and they put it out there, but either the hiring manager is kind of bad at their job, or they forget, or you have this this job listing that's been there for, I don't know, months. So don't even bother. Like, this is my recommendation. Don't even bother even applying to a job opening that is older than, I would say, like a week or two. Because anything past that, they've probably already started picking and considering like a handful of candidates that they've looked over, that they've considered, that they've made their mind up about, and they're going to go forward with the interview process. Another thing that really bothers me is like barrier to entry just to get like a call back or an interview is so high. It's ridiculous. Like, you really have to figure out all the ways you can maximize. It's basically like your SEO, right? Your search engine optimization, but for like resume, right? You have to like tailor each resume to that specific job or company, so that their system, because I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of this stuff is completely automated. It's completely handled by computers. And when you apply to a job, it's basically put into an algorithm. And if you have enough keywords that sync and match with the job description, then your resume is pushed to the top, and like an actual human being will review it and proceed forward. But you really have to know like what points to hit so that you can even get past that. Like a lot of people just, and this is a big mistake. I mean, it sucks, but we all have to kind of like, I guess, accept this at this point, because I don't think they're going to get rid of a service, a machine that makes their job and lives easier, right? You just have to optimize and tailor your resume to each job. Or at the very least, you only apply to jobs that are like highly aligned with what you do best, right? Or else it's going to be very time consuming creating different versions of your resume. Maybe I would suggest maybe creating like 3 or 4 different versions of your resume that you can put towards different types of jobs. I mean, that might be the best route to go. And this is what I think landed me my last job. If you can put out a cover letter, I highly recommend you do. What you can do is you can make a general cover letter and then have a few points where you can change to make it seem like you've written it just for that job or that company. So you just change a few keywords here and there, and that goes a long way. It looks like that, you're really going the extra mile, but really it's like, work smarter, not harder, right? But no, that's the game we have to play these days. You know, it's kind of like a hard pill to swallow, but this is where we're at currently. I just really hope that the ghost jobs go away soon because like, I don't know. I don't know if the government needs to get involved or make it illegal or what, but I think it's doing our economy a huge disservice. I think it's really weakening the economy because it makes it look like the economy is doing better on paper, but in reality, it's not. It gives the wrong impression to the people. It gives the wrong impression to the government. Like it doesn't, the government won't know how to respond until it's too late. You know, so like it's really they're playing with fire here whenever they do stuff like this. But maybe government intervention is the way to go. But you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I guess we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this one up here. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please give me a like down below. Dislike it if you dislike it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have you guys ever run into any ghost jobs, or let me know your experience with the job search and in the current job market today. I know mine has not been a pretty one, and I've almost given up at this point. I might pick it up again soon, uh, but I don't know. I think I might have to. I think I might move first, and once I get settled into my new apartment, I'm gonna start looking again. But until then, I'm just gonna focus fully on YouTube. But anyway, guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, please make sure you subscribe. It really helps me and helps the channel go a long way. But anyway, I will catch you in the next one. Later.